please give everyone a big round of applause to get our talk started this afternoon. Now first, before we get the actual talk started, I am going to ask just one quickly reminder, we want to stay seated during our entire presentation to not distract our animal friends during their very important training. We also want to make sure we keep all of our stairways and our walkways clear. We're going to sit right on these sides of the stairwells, not in the actual steps, please. I want to welcome you all to our seal and sea lion presentation, and of course to our wonderful exhibit, Sea Lion Cove. And we want to thank you all for your continued support of our local zoo, as well as your vote for Measure C. Sea Lion Cove is the first exhibit made possible through the funds provided by Measure C, so everything that you are seeing here today has been made possible through all of your support. Sea Lion Cove is modeled after Point Lobo State Park off of our own coast of California. It is home to 4 California sea lions, 2 Pacific Harbor seals, and 1 brown pelican. Now, some of those who you are going to be seeing during the training session today are, in the back, our brown pelican friend. His name is Santa Cruz, or Cruz for short. Cruz here is one of our rescues. Now, in the case of Cruz, he was found stranded on shore after he suffered an injury to the entire left side of his body, which means that unfortunately, Cruz is missing part of his left wing, as well as his left eye. So he is not able to fly very high and swoop into the water and catch his food the way that brown pelicans usually do. So by living here at Sea Lion Cove with us, he is able to get all the food he needs and all the medical care that he needs. Now next over is going to be one of our 2 Pacific Harbor seals. I'll introduce that guy first. That big guy there is Wishbone. Wishbone here is our largest sea lion on exhibit. He weighs in at just over 300 pounds. Now, Wishbone is also one of our rescues. Now, in his case, he was found stranded on shore in not very good shape, so he was taken in for rehabilitation. During that rehabilitation process, it was determined that Wishbone was actually born blind, so he cannot see. Now, if you pay very close attention to his training today, you're going to notice that that does not hold him back one bit. Wishbone here knows how to respond to tactile cues. So if his trainer taps his flipper, he can pick up just that flipper. He can also hear very, very well. So if his trainer calls his name, he can respond to that. He can respond to different verbal cues, and of course, he can listen to the sound of his bucket of food being tapped. And of course, our spotted friend up front today, I believe this is going to be one of our 2 girls. We have 2 of them, Ariel and Jetta. And Ariel is going to be up front today. Now, the way you can tell the 2 girls apart is that Ariel has more lighter spots all over her body, where Jetta is a lot darker. But the best way to see this is in our underwater viewing area, where you can actually see their bellies, where most of their spots are located. And remember, the 2 girls are Ariel and Jetta. They're 7 and 8 years old, both born in human care, and now live here with us, doing very, very well. Now, what you are going to be seeing today is going to be a training session between our pennipeds. Now, seals and sea lions are part of the penniped animal group, and there's a 3rd member of this group called the walrus. Now, all 3 of these animals have a lot of things in common. Number 1 is going to be their blubber. Everybody has a nice thick layer of fat to keep them nice and warm when they swim in some really, really cold water. The second thing that everyone has in common, if you look closely at Ariel and at Wishbone, everybody has little whiskers at the end of their face. Those little whiskers are called vibrissae. Those whiskers are so sensitive that they can pick up ripples in the water, letting the animals know where things are located so they can be used for navigation. Now, in the case of our friend Wishbone, who cannot see with his eyes, and he can't use them, well, instead, he can see with his whiskers, because they're so sensitive that they can paint him a mental image of where things are found in the exhibit, so he can very easily navigate his waters with the rest of his friends.
That's crazy.
Now, the last thing that all 3 pennipeds, walruses, seals, and sea lions have in common is going to be their flippers. All 3 of them have flippers, but if you notice, their flippers look a little different. So their flippers is going to be the first way how you and I are going to learn to tell the seals apart from the sea lions. Wishbone there has big front flippers. Those big front flippers are used in the water to propel himself forward, and to navigate, he's going to use his back flippers. Now, Ariel, on the other hand, has short little itty bitty flippers. Those tiny little flippers are used for water navigation, and to propel herself forward, she's going to use her back flippers instead. Now, on land, Wishbone can use all 4 of his flippers, along with his back rotating hips, to move very, very easily. On land, sea lions can maneuver about as quickly and as easily as you and I can. Now, our friend Ariel, on the other hand, on land, she does this cute little hop movement, a little worm movement. It's called the lumping, an equally weird name to a weird little movement. Now, for the next way that we are going to learn to tell them all apart, I'm going to need all of your help, please. Now, just a quick reminder, let's make sure we're keeping our stairways and walkways clear and taking a seat in our bleacher area or standing all the way in the back, please. Now remember, we're going to play a game. You guys are going to pretend to be a sea lion like Wishbone, and you're going to put on a big sea lion flipper, please. Big sea lion flippers. How many sea lions do I have in the audience? Great. Now you're going to bring it up and around, and you are going to wiggle your ear. Can you wiggle your ear? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Perfect. Now sea lions like Wishbone, there he is wiggling his ears. He has little ear flaps called cannae on either side of his head, similar to the ear structures that you and I have on the outside of our ears. Now you're going to pretend to be a seal like Ariel, and you're going to put out your tiny seal flipper. Remember, they have tiny noses. Now you're going to bring it up and around, and you're going to wiggle your ear. Can you wiggle your ear? No, you can't, because you don't have one. Seals, on the other hand, like Ariel, don't have any external ear flaps like you and I do. Instead, they only have little ear holes. All of their ear structures are internal, completely on the inside, so don't worry. She can still hear very, very well. Now for the next way to tell everyone apart, well, it's going to be their call. This sound, you may have already heard it. If you have ever been to Sea Lion Cove throughout the day, or you have been to the coast of California and you have heard a loud, roaring, barking sound, that loud sound, it sounds kind of like an arf, arf. That sound comes from our sea lion friends. Now, I don't do a very good imitation, but when you walk by a little bit later and you hear that sound, that comes from our sea lions like Wishbone. Now, seals like Ariel, on the other hand, they don't make a very loud noise. Their noise sounds much more like a sneeze or a grunt insect. Now the last way to tell everyone apart is going to require you to look pretty close. Now if Ariel opens her mouth and she shows you her teeth, you're going to notice that a seal's teeth are very pearly white, like yours and mine. Now sea lions like Wishbone, instead, if he opens his mouth up front and he shows you his teeth, well, those teeth are completely black. Don't be worried, this is normal. Sea lions grow a special bacteria inside of their mouth that coats their teeth and turns them black. And that special black coating works like those toothpicks. Now, one important thing to remember is that here at the zoo, both the seals and the sea lions get to learn and practice how to brush their teeth. Do you guys all brush your teeth? Raise your hand if you brush your teeth. Good job. Now I can see some hands not going up, but don't worry, I'm not going to push you up today. But it's okay. Now both our seals and sea lions do brush their teeth every single day for practice. Now, not only